Alright, so over the past couple months, I've been able to find a couple different comic books, and I just found a couple figures I've been looking for today, so I just want to start off this haul video. First up, I found it's this reissue of The Boys, which is actually pretty dope to actually read the comic version of it. I've seen the first 3 seasons. I really enjoy the show. It's a cool take on the whole superhero aspect being very dark kind of deal, and all the superheroes are actually like the villains. It's pretty cool. And usually I find most of my comic books thrifting or just at like bookstores kind of deal. If you're ever wondering where I find all these novels or comic books, just go thrifting, honestly. You never know what you're gonna find. I love thrifting. It's good for cool clothes. I find a lot of dope novels or like older figures there that people don't really know what they're getting rid of. Like this novel here. This is the Spider-Man one. I think this is the Marvel Knights run with that one there. This was only like $1.50, and it's a pretty good condition. I'm excited to jump into that one there. I've actually got a couple different Spider-Man novels I picked up recently. These three are from a different store. They are not in the best condition. They're all right. Like, they've definitely been read through a couple times, which is it's pretty cool to, like, I don't know, have them in my collection now after like they've probably already been through someone else's collection. I probably could have worded that better. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it's just interesting now that they kind of ended up in my collection. This is the storyline where it starts off with after the events of like 9/11, which is kind of crazy that they took on that topic, but it starts with all the superheroes trying to like help out with like what's going on the ground of like the event, and I think actually I don't want to spoil what's later in the book, but it's just one of those stories that like I hear a lot about, and I kind of just wanted to read it myself, so it was kind of cool to like actually come across some of these novels. Same with this storyline here, the One More Day storyline. This is one where I believe Mephisto just takes away Peter Parker and Mary Jane's marriage. I don't really recall why. I don't know if like Aunt May was like passing away and that's the reason he has to sacrifice his marriage or something like that. It's just, again, one of those storylines that like I wanted to read myself. I know a lot of people hate that one because Marvel writers just hate Peter Parker and they don't want him to be happy, but I still would like to read what's going on with that one. And the last one for the comics here, this Happy Birthday run. It's a very dope cover. I've started reading this one a bit, and it's cool to see Peter Parker in like a teacher role. Oh my goodness. Get out of there. Get out of there. But it's cool to see Spider-Man like fight alongside some of the other superheroes that was in the first issue there as well. And yeah, I think it's a pretty decent Spidey haul. That's some good coffee. That's so cringe. Alright, so next up, these are the two figures I was able to find today at GameStop. First up here, I was able to find that new Tombstone figure, which I'm very excited that I was able to find this one. I have a specific kind of story I want to do with him in this suit. It's not very specific to any like comic run, but I want to make my own story where he's like, well, usually when he's in this suit, he's more like the crime boss instead of like the hired assassin or whatever kind of deal. But I kind of want to throw my own twist on that. It's something I want to do when I make my own Spider-Man series. I've been doing a little kind of like shorts, I guess, or like Spider-Man versus like a specific villain, but eventually I will get to making a full like Spider-Man episode kind of series like I'm doing with the Mirage Turtles. I want to do that with Spider-Man and start him off with like the teenage Spider-Man, and you know, he kind of meets his villains along the way kind of deal. And I wouldn't really be using this figure until a little later down the road in the series that I'm trying to like make up in my head, but it's a really dope figure. He's got some heft to him. I I don't really like the neck joint. It's like, if I could pop off the hands, and like I could probably just use those in their suit body, but like without the neck, it's gonna look weird having like just some head sitting on there without the neck. So it kind of limits what you can do. And then he came with the alternate head that I just dropped. This guy there, where he's kind of smirking. But I'm still glad I was able to pick this one up. This was like this one, and I think Jack-o'-lantern were the main two I wanted to pick up for this wave. The Scarlet Spider is kind of tempting as well, but I already have the Rhino Wave Scarlet Spider. I'm not sure if I'll replace it or not. I kind of want to customize that Scarlet Spider actually, just by adding like the comic book like cross-hatching on it. I think that would make it look kind of dope. Next up is a figure as soon as I saw it, I was like, I'm gonna snag that, and I'm surprised I was able to find it. It is the new NECA Mirage Splinter figure, and it's just so dope. See him, damn, he tiny boy, but it's so dope to finally have Splinter with like the turtles there. Right now I'm working on just like a smaller episode for the Mirage series, and then the next episode will be a bit more of like story based, I guess. This one is kind of, I don't want to say filler, but I don't know, these nuts. I love this Mouser. It's so cool that I'm glad they give him a bunch of accessories. I can't wait to animate with this guy. I love like the ball jointed neck. It just gives it so much more range, kind of like for expression. It's really sick. It's also dope that he came with like the Utrom here. That's really dope. I still need to track down a couple more characters I'd like for my Mirage series. I would like the Android Utrom figure. That Casey Jones I still want to pick up. I'm gonna do an episode, obviously, where Raph and Casey fight in like the alleyway. Yeah, the teapot there is kind of dope. He also came with the little teacup, which is probably gonna get thrown into a little Ziploc bag because I don't want to lose that. One of my favorite accessories here is just, he came with all four of the little baby turtles, which is dope. I'm really excited about that. Can't wait to recreate that scene for like the Mirage series. I kept the origin part of the turtles. I want to save that for when they meet April, and then that's kind of when they talk about their origin deal. That's what I want to do with that. And then there's the little Splinter as well. But I'm very glad I was able to find this one. And what I've been doing with my Mirage series is the placeholder has been this one here. And what I've been doing with that is, originally I started with the 1990 Splinter, just because I thought with the robe and that whole NECA being the higher end figure, that was the Splinter I should go with. But this figure actually looks a bit more like the way he was drawn in the comic books. So after like the year time gap in filming, I just kind of worked with it, so it's like he's looking like this because he's a bit older now through that year time gap. And what I'm gonna do is I'll keep this Splinter being the main Splinter figure for like season 2 onward. I have this episode that I'm working on right now, and then I think 1-2 more episodes of like season 1 for the Mirage stuff that I want to do, and then, or I don't know. Would you guys prefer if I kept this Splinter for the last couple episodes and then switched him out, or just switched him out now? Just cause I think it'd be kind of weird to like jump between all the different Splinter figures in such a like short time span. And I was like at least trying to make it make sense with having the different figures. So I still might just wait until season 2. I'm not sure yet, but I'm really excited that I found this one. The accessory is really dope, and I've been jumping all over the place. Yeah, because I'm trying to keep the characters looking faithful for like my Mirage series, so I would like to have all like the Mirage figures for them. April, if they re-release her, that would be dope, because I have the Comic-Con one in box, which is also kind of cool that they threw the Mouser in, because I never really got to look at the Mouser figures because I've just kept mine sealed. Yeah, like I said, Casey the Utron figure, the Triceratops would be really cool. I would like to get like the classic Shredder and Foot Soldier stuff, but I made my custom Mirage Shredder to at least fill in that gap, because the aftermarket price for those figures, all the NECA figures, are very difficult. So if I don't really find them in store, it's kind of hard to like get them into my series without like dropping an arm and a leg for a Triceratops figure. I think that's going to be all for this video. I'm very hyped that I have the Splinter figure. He's definitely like my favorite pickup I got recently. Thank you all for watching, not just this video, but my channel in general. It really means a lot that you enjoy what I make. Yeah, I'm really tired, but I got more videos to come, my little symbiotes. Thanks for watching.